Once upon a time,
I wish
in a far-off kingdom,
more than anything,
lived a young maiden,
more than
a
jewels.
sad young lad,
I wish
and a childless baker.
more than life.
I wish
With his
more
wife.
than anything.
more than the moon.
I wish.
The king is giving a festival.
More than
I
life.
wish.
I wish to go to the festival.
More than riches.
And the ball.
I wish my cow would give us some milk.
More than anything. Wish we had a child.
Please,
I want a
pal,
child.
squeeze, pal.
I wish to go to the
I wish you'd give us some milk.
wish you may have a child. I wish.
You wish to go to the festival.
Poor girl's mother had died.
You, Cinderella, the festival.
You wish to go to the
You wish to
festival?
go to
You
the
wish to go to
festival.
that festival? The festival. The king's
And her
festival.
father had taken, for his new wife,
The festival.
a woman with 2 daughters of her own.
Look at your nails. Look at your dress.
People would laugh at you.
Nevertheless, you still wish to go to the festival and dance before the prince.
All 3 were beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart. Jack, on the other hand, had no father, and his mother,
I wish,
well, she was not quite beautiful.
I wish my son were not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow was full of milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things. Oh, you foolish child, what in heaven's name are you doing with a cow inside the house?
A warm environment might be just what Milky White needs to produce his milk.
It's a she. How many times have I got to tell you? Only she's can give milk.
Why, come in, little girl.
I wish. It's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please. To bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please.
Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I have emptied a pot of lentils into the ashes for you. If you have picked them out again in 2 hours' time, you shall go to the ball with us.
And perhaps a sticky bun or 4.
Birds in the sky, birds in the eaves, in the leaves, in the fields, in the castles and ponds.
And a few of those pies, please.
Come, little birds, down from the eaves and the leaves, over fields, out of castles and ponds.
No squeeze, pal.
Flick through the ashes, pick and peck, but swiftly sift through the ashes into the pot.
Now listen well, son. Milky White must be taken to market.
Mother, no. He's the best cow.
Was! She's been dry for a week with no food nor money and no choice but to sell her while we can still command a
But
price.
Milky White is my best friend in the whole world.
But look at her! There are bugs on her ducks. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump, big enough to be a hump.
But
Son, we've no time to sit and dither while our withers wither with her, and no one keeps a cow for a friend. Oh, sometimes I fear you're touched.
Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to though. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected, ma'am. Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house.
You're certain of your way?
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. I sort of hate to ask it, but do you have a basket?
Don't stray and be late. And save some of those sweets for Granny.
Into the woods and down the dell, the path is straight, I know it well. Into the woods and who can tell what's waiting on the journey. Into the woods to bring some bread to Granny who is sick in bed. Never can tell what lies ahead, for all that I know she's already dead. But into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, and out of the woods and home before dark.
Fly, birds, back to the sky, back to the eaves and the leaves and the fields and
Hurry up and do my hair, Cinderella. Are you really wearing that?
You're right down to little
and twist.
Who will be there?
Father said be good, Father said be nice. That was always their advice. So be nice, Cinderella, good Cinderella. Nice, good, good, nice.
Tighter.
What's the good of being good if everyone is blind and you're always left behind? Never mind, Cinderella, kind Cinderella. Nice, good, good, nice, good, nice.
Ah! Not that tight.
Sorry.
Claude.
Because the baker had lost his mother and father in a baking accident, well, at least that's what he believed, he was eager to have a family of his own, and concerned that all efforts until now had failed.
Who might that be?
We have sold our last loaf of bread.
It's the witch from next door.
We have no bread.
Of course you have no bread.
What do you wish?
It's not what I wish. It's what you wish. Nothing cooking in there now, is there?
The old enchantress went on to tell the couple that she had placed a spell on their house.
What spell?
In the past, when you were no more than a babe, your father brought his young wife and you to this cottage. They were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbours. You see, your mother was with child, and she had developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages and celery, asparagus and watercress and fiddle ferns and lettuce. He said, all right, but it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, rooting through my rutaga, raiding my arugula, and ripping up the rampion, my champion, my favourite. I should have laid a spell on him right there. Could have turned him into stone, or a dog, or a chair, or a But I let him have the rampy and had lots to spare. In return, however, I said, fair is fair. You can let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother?
No, but you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister, not even that her name was Rapunzel. She went on.
I thought I had been more than reasonable, and that we all might live happily ever after. But how was I to know what your father had also hidden in his pocket? You see, when I inherited that garden, my mother warned me that I would be punished if I were ever to lose any of the beans. Beans? The special beans! I let him go, I didn't know he'd stolen my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall when bang, crash, the lightning flash. Well, that's another story, never mind. Anyway, at last the big day came. I made my claim. Oh, don't take away the baby, they shrieked and screeched. But I did, and I hid her where she'll never be reached. Your father cried, your mother died, when for extra measure I admit it was a pleasure. I said, sorry, I'm still not mollified, and I laid a little spell on them. You too, son, that your family tree would always be a barren one. So there's no more fuss and there's no more scenes, and my garden thrives. You should see my nectarines, but I'm telling you the same I tell kings and queens. Don't ever, never, ever mess around with my greens, especially the beans.
Now listen to me, Jack. You lead Milky White to market and you fetch the best price you can. Take no less than £5. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Now, how much are you to ask?
No more than £5.
Less than 5. Jack, 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 head in our sack. The house is getting colder. This is not a time for dreaming. Chimney stack starting to crack. The mice are getting bolder. The floor's gone slack. Your mother's getting older. Your father's not back. And you can't just sit here dreaming pretty dreams. To wish and wait from day to day will never keep the wolves away. So, into the woods, the time is now. We have to live, I don't care how. Into the woods to sell the cow. You must begin the journey. Straight through the woods and don't delay. We have to face the marketplace. Into the woods to journey's end.
Into the woods to sell a friend.
Someday, you'll have a real pet, Jack.
A piggy?
Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the baker might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed? I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back. 1, the cow as white as milk. 2, the cape as red as blood. 3, the hair as yellow as corn. 4, the slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these before the chime of midnight in 3 days' time. And you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be. Go to the wood!
Ladies, our carriage awaits.
Now may I go to the festival?
The festival? Darling, those nails, darling, those clothes. Lentils are one thing, but darling, with those, you'd make us the fools of the festival and mortify the prince.
The carriage is waiting!
We must be gone.
Good night. I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
6 beans!
I wonder if they're the
witch's beans. We'll take them with us.
No, you are not coming.
I know you are fearful of the woods at night.
The spell is on my house. Only I can lift the spell. The spell is
the
on
spell
my
is
house.
on our house. We must lift the spell
No, you are not to
together.
come,
The
and that
spell
is
on our
final.
house.
Now what am I to return with?
You don't remember? The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood.
And
the
so
hair is
the
yellow as
baker
corn, the
reluctantly
slipper is
set
pure
off
as
to meet
gold.
the enchantress's demands. As for Cinderella,
I still wish to go to the festival.
The cow is white as milk, the
But how
cape
am
is
I
red
ever
as
to
blood,
get to
the hair is
festival?
yellow as
I know we'll
corn.
visit Mother's grave.
The slipper
The
is
slipper is pure as gold, the cow, the cape, the slipper is pure as gold. Into the woods it's time to go, it may be all in vain, I know. Into the woods, but even so I have to take the journey. Into the woods, the path is straight, I know it well, but who can tell? Into the woods to lift the spell.
Into the woods to visit Mother.
Into the woods to fetch the things.
To make the potion.
To go to the festival.
Into the woods without regret, the choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods to get our wish, I don't care how the time is now.
Into the woods to sell the cow.
Into the woods to get the money.
Into the woods to lift the spell.
To make the potion.
To go to the festival.
Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house.
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid there.
There's something in the glade there.
Into the woods without delay, but careful not to lose the way. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journeying. Into the woods to see the king,
To sell the cow.
to make the potion, to see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to lift, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods, and home before dark.
Cinderella had planted a branch at the grave of her mother, and many tears had watered it until it had become a handsome tree.
I've been good and I've been kind, Mother, doing only what I learned from you. Why then am I left behind, Mother? Is there something more that I should do? What is wrong with me, Mother? Something must be wrong. I wish.
Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? If you know what you want, then make a wish. Ask the tree. Then you shall have your wish.
Shiver and quiver, little tree. Silver and gold throw down on me. I'm off to get my wish.
Hello, Jack.
How did you know my name?
When first I appear, I seem mysterious. But when explained, I am nothing serious.
Say that again?
On your way to market? You might have been there long ago. Taking your time, Jack?
No, sir.
Is that the truth?
Well, you see now, I'm resting.
How much are you asking for the animal?
No less than £5, sir.
Oh, now, Jack! Why such a sum?
My mother told me.
Your mother? A boy your age? Why, you'd be lucky to exchange it for a sack of beans!
Well, Come along, Milky White. There are spirits here.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And what might be in your basket?
Bread and wine, so grandmother will have something good to make her strong.
And where might your grandmother live?
A good quarter of a league further in the woods. Her house stands under 3 large oak trees.
Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh, not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush, delicious. Hello, little girl. What's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your time.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled.
But slow, little girl, hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plump. What a delectable couple. Utter perfection, one wrinkle, one supple, one moment, my dear.
Come what may, follow the path and never stray.
Just so, little girl, any path, so many worth exploring. Just one would be so boring. And look what you're ignoring. Think of those crisp, aging bones, then something fresh on the palate. Think of that scrumptious carnality twice in one day. There's no possible way to describe what you feel when you're talking to your meal.
Mother said not to stray, still I suppose a small delay. Granny might like a fresh bouquet. Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl. And hello.
Is harm to come to that little girl in the red cape?
Forget the little girl and get the cape!
You frightened
That's
me!
the cape! Get it! Get it!
How am I supposed to get it?
You go up to the little thing and you take it.
Why don't you take it?
If I could, I would, but I... Oh, my Rapunzel. Listen to her beautiful music. Get me what I need! Get me what I need!
This is ridiculous. I'll never get that red cape, nor find a golden cow or a yellow slipper. Or was it a golden slipper and a yellow cow? Oh, no.
The cow as white as milk, the cape as red as blood, the hair as yellow as corn, the slipper as pure as gold.
What are you doing here?
You forgot your scarf.
You have no business being alone in the wood. And you have no idea what I've come upon here. You would be frightened for your life. Now go home immediately.
I wish to help.
No! The spell is on my house.
Our house.
Only I can lift the spell.
must
The
lift
spell
the
is
spell
on my
together. The
house.
spell is
The
on-
spell is on
A cow as white as...
milk. Hello there, young man.
Hello, sir.
What have you been doing with a cow in the middle of the forest?
I was heading toward market, but I seem to have lost my way.
What are you planning to do there?
Yes, what are you planning to do there?
Sell my cow, sir. No less than £5.
5 pounds? Where am I to get 5 pounds?
She must be generous of milk to fetch £5.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you cannot fetch that sum, what are you to do?
I hadn't thought of that. I suppose my mother and I will have no food to eat.
This is a sum total.
Beans. We can, we mustn't give up our beans. Oh, well, if you feel we must. Son, beans will bring you food.
Beans? In exchange for my cow?
These are no ordinary beans, son. These beans carry magic.
Magic? What kind of magic?
Tell him.
Magic that defies description.
Well, my mother told me... How many beans?
6.
No, 5. We can't part with all of them. We must save one for ourselves. Besides, I'd say these beans are worth £1 each at the very least.
Could I buy my cow back someday?
Well, possibly.
And the baker gave Jack 5 beans in exchange for his cow, keeping 1 for himself.
Good luck there, young lad.
I guess this is goodbye, old pal. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old pal. Someday I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again. I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plate.
Magic beans.
No one would have given him more for this creature.
Are we to dispel this curse through deceit?
If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you get it.
Home.
Do we want a child or not? And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain, or you live to regret it.
Will you please go home?
There are rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits when fortune intervenes. And maybe they're really magic, who knows? Why you do what you do, that's the point, all the rest of it is chatter.
Look at her, she's crying.
If the thing you do is pure in intent, if it's meant and it's just a little bent, does it matter?
Yes.
No, what matters is that everyone tells tiny lies. What's important really is the size. Only 3 more tries and we'll have our prize. When the end's in sight, you'll realize if the end is right, it justifies the beans.
Take the cow and go home. I will carry this out in my own fashion.
And so the baker continued his search for the cape as red as blood. As for Rapunzel, the witch was careful not to lose this beauty to the outside world, and so shut her within a doorless tower that lay deep within the forest.
Children are a blessing if you know where they are. Nothing so distressing though as when they keep you guessing, so be sure you don't leave any doors ajar. Make a little world, a little world is big enough for me. Perfect, our little world is all it needs to be.
Brushing my hair, combing my hair, only my mother and me have my hair. Our little world is perfect if she just didn't drool.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel, let down your hair to me. Rapunzel. Rapunzel! Look at that complexion, still untouched by the sun. Children need protection just the way they need affection, or they wander and they wander and they run from your little world. Our little world is all I have to see. Perfect. Our little world is everything a world ought to be. Perfect.
Washing my hair,
Tending her hair,
drying my hair,
stroking her hair, looking at her hair,
winding and binding and minding my
something we can share.
hair.
Our little world is perfect.
Only so she claims.
Nothing to change her.
If she only would cut her nails
each day like the other,
didn't have those pointy teeth,
nothing to divert her, to disconcert her,
tiny eyes,
nothing that can possibly hurt her.
Otherwise,
our little world is perfect.
Good enough for me.
Our little world,
Growing my hair,
braiding her hair.
what do I care what they're doing out there?
If what was growing was only her hair and not her, that I prefer.
Nevertheless,
Our little world is perfect.
Hello, little one. Where did you get that beautiful cape? I so admire it.
My granny made it for me.
Is that right? I would love a cloak like that.
You'd look pretty foolish.
May I take a look at it?
I don't like to be without my cape. Please give it back.
Whoa, 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 whoa! I just wanted to make certain that you really love that cape. Now you go to your granny's and you be careful. No wolf comes your way.
I'd rather a wolf than you any day.
Ow! If you know what you need, then you go and you find it and you take it. Do I want a child or not? It's a cloak. What's a cloak? And it's a joke. It's a stupid little cloak. And a cloak is what you make it. So you take it. Things are only what you need them for. What's important is who needs them more.
And so the baker, with newfound determination, went after the red cape. As for the little girl, well, she was surprised to find her grandmother's cottage door standing open.
Oh dear, how uneasy I feel. Perhaps it's all the sweets. Good day, grandmother. My, grandmother, you're looking very strange. What big ears you have.
The better to hear you with, my dear.
But, grandmother, what big eyes you
The
have.
better to see you with, my dear.
But, grandmother, what large hands you have.
The better to hug you with, my dear.
Oh, grandmother, what a terrible big wet mouth you have.
The better to eat you with.
And scarcely as the wolf said this, he was devouring the little girl. Well, it was a full day of eating for both. And with his appetite appeased, the wolf took to bed for a nice long nap.
That grandmother has a mighty snore. Odd. Where's the little one? Eating, no doubt. Or eaten. Grandmother, ha! What is that red cloth doing in the corner of your mouth? Oh, that looks to me to be a piece of... I'll get the cape from within your stomach!
What a fright! Ew! How dark and dank it was inside that wolf. Grandmother? Oh, kill the devil! Take that knife and cut his evil head off! Let's see the demon sliced into 1,000 bits! No, better yet, let the animal die a painful, agonizing, hideous death!
Granny!
Quiet, child. This evil needs to be destroyed. Now you fetch me some great stones. We'll fill his belly with them and then watch him try to run away.
I will leave you to your task.
Oh, no, wait. Don't you want the skins?
Oh no, please keep them.
What kind of hunter are you?
I'm a baker.
Mother said, straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, come in, with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bared, though I really got scared, well, excited and scared. But he drew me close and he swallowed me down a dark, slimy path where lie secrets that I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever, at the end of the path was Granny once again. So we wait in the dark until someone sets us free, and we're brought into the light, and we're back at the start. And I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your faith in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers. Even flowers have their dangers. And though scary is exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared. Granny is right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? And a little bit not. Oh, Mr. Baker! You saved our lives. Here.
Are you certain?
Maybe Granny will make me another with the skins of that wolf.
Thank you. Thank you. Mwah.
Oh!
Now the baker, with the second article in hand and feeling more braver and satisfied than he had ever felt, ran back through the woods. As for the lad Jack...
Only adults would exchange a cow for beans!
Mother, no!
To bed, without any supper.
And little did they know that those beans would grow into an enormous stalk that would stretch into the heavens.
Are you all right?
Yes. I just need to catch my breath.
Oh my. Oh, what a beautiful gown you're wearing.
Thank you.
Were you at the King's Festival?
Yes.
Oh, aren't you the lucky one? Whatever are you doing in the wood at this hour?
I'm coming, Your Highness!
Where'd you go? Do it!
No.
Shh!
Have you seen a beautiful young woman in a ball gown pass through?
I don't think so, sir.
Your Highness, I think I see her over there!
Quickly, find her!
I've never lied to royalty before. I've never anything to royalty before.
Thank you.
If a prince were looking for me, I certainly wouldn't run.
Well, what brings you here? And with a cow.
Oh, my husband's somewhere in the woods. He's undoing a spell.
Oh?
Oh, yes. Now, the prince, what was he like?
He's a very nice prince.
And?
And it's a very nice ball.
And
when I entered, they trumpeted.
And the prince.
The prince?
Yes, the prince.
Well, he's tall.
Is that all? Did you dance? Is he charming? They say that he's charming.
We did nothing but dance.
Yes, and
it made a nice
no,
change.
the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
He is charmed for a prince, I guess.
Guess?
I don't meet a wide range, and it's all very strange.
Are you to return to the festival tomorrow eve?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Oh, to be pursued by a prince, all that pursues me is tomorrow's bread. What I wouldn't give to be in your shoes.
Will you look over there? An enormous vine growing next to that cottage.
I mean slippers.
It looks like a giant beanstalk
pure as
rising into the
gold.
sky. I must get home.
Wait! I need your shoes! Hey! Oh, come back here!
1 midnight gone.
No knot unties itself.
Sometimes the things you most wish for are not to be touched.
The harder to get, the better to have. Agreed?
Agreed.
Never wear mauve at a ball.
Or pink.
Or open your mouth.
The difference between a cow and a bean is a bean can begin an adventure.
Slotted spoons don't hold much soup.
The prettier the flower, the farther from the path.
The closer to the family, the closer to the wine.
1 midnight gone. The mouth of a wolf's at the end of the world.
A servant is not just a dog for a prince.
Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor.
You may know what you need, but to get what you want, better see that you keep what you have.
1 midnight gone.
Sometimes the things you most wish for
Prettier
are
the
not
flower.
to be touched.
To get what you want, better keep what you have.
1 minute gone, 1 minute gone. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods and home before.
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high and you look below at the world you've left and the things you know, little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, where the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you'd never dared, cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. And she gives you food and she gives you rest, and she draws you close to her giant breast, and you know things now that you never knew before. Not till the sky. Only just when you've made a friend and all, and you know she's big but you don't feel small, someone bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead and your stomach's stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you miss all the things you've known and the world you've left and the little you own. The fun is done. You steal what you can and run, and you scramble down and you look below, and the world you know begins to grow. The roof, the house, and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. And you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the the sky. Good fortune, sir. Look what I have. Here are 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces?
I had more, but my mother made me surrender them. She allowed me these 5 to do with as I please.
Oh, my.
Where is Milky White?
Milky White is back home with my wife.
Let's go find them.
Oh, no. I don't know that I wish to sell.
But you said that I might buy her back.
I know, but I don't know if 5 gold pieces is... Well...
Are you saying that you wish more money?
More money?
Keep this, and I will go fetch more.
Oh, no, wait, I didn't say that I would... Oh... 5 gold pieces. With this money, I could buy baking supplies for a year. I could buy a new thatched roof.
But could you buy yourself a child?
Who are you?
When first I appear, I seem delirious. When explained, I'm nothing serious. Would you buy yourself a child?
I don't understand.
How badly do you wish a child? 5 gold pieces? 10? 20?
I've not thought to put a price on it.
Exactly. You've not thought about many things, have you, son?
Oh, give me back the money. That is not yours.
Nor is it Jack's. The money's not what's important. What's important is that your wish be honored.
Give me the money back. Come back here. What are you doing here now?
I see you've the red cape.
Yes, I've got the cape. I've only 2 items left to locate.
3.
2. I've got the cow and the cape.
You've the cape.
What have you done with the cow?
Oh, she ran away before I reached home. I have been looking for her all night.
I should have known better than to have entrusted her to you.
Oh, she might just as easily have run from you.
But she didn't.
Well, she might have.
But she didn't.
But the cow.
But she didn't.
Who cares? The cow is gone. Get it back. Get it back.
We were just going to do that. Look, I could give you this.
I don't want to touch that.
Fool, have you no sense?
Oh, my sweetness calls. She's over there. By tomorrow's midnight, deliver the items, or you'll wish you'd never thought to have a child.
I don't like that woman.
I am sorry that I lost the cow.
Yes, I shouldn't have yelled. Now please go back to the village.
But,
Quickly, please. I will make things right, and then we can just go about our lives. No more hunting in the woods for strange objects.
No.
No more witches.
Oh, shh.
Or dim-witted boys. Or hungry little girls.
I'll stay with.
Go.
Ah, there you are, good brother. Father and I had wondered where you'd gone.
I've been looking all night. For her.
Her?
Yes, the beautiful one I danced the evening with.
Well, where did she go?
Disappeared, like the fine morning mist.
Well, she was lovely.
The loveliest.
Oh, I'm not certain of that. I must confess that I, too, have found a lovely maiden. She lives here in the woods.
The woods?
Yes, in top of a tall tower that has no doors or stairs.
Where?
2 leagues from here, due east, just beyond the mossy knoll.
And how do you manage a visit?
Oh, I stand before her window and I say, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me. And then she lowers the longest, most beautiful head of hair, yellow as corn, which I climb to her.
Oh, Rapunzel, Rapunzel! What kind of a name is that? You jest. I've never heard of such a thing.
I speak the truth, and she is as true as your maiden. A maiden running from a prince? None would run from us.
Yet one has. Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
High in her tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair. Blithe and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Ah, agony far more painful than yours, when you know she'd go with you if there only were doors. Agony, oh, the torture they teach. What's as intriguing,
or half so fatiguing,
as what's out of reach?
Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, and heir to a throne?
You are everything maidens could wish for.
Then why no?
Do I know?
The girl must be mad.
You know nothing of madness, till you're climbing her hair and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her. Agony,
misery,
though it's different for each.
Always 10 steps behind,
always 10 feet below, and she's just out of reach. Agony that can cut like a knife.
I must have her
to wife.
Two princes, each more handsome than the other. No, get the hair, get the hair.
Excuse me, young woman, you haven't encountered a boy with carrot-top hair and a sunny, though occasionally vague disposition, answering to the name of Jack?
Not the one partial to a white cow?
Yeah, he's the one.
Have you seen the cow?
No, and I don't care to ever again. Children can be very queer about their animals. Oh, you be careful with your children.
I have no children.
Oh, well, that's okay too.
Yes, well, I'm sorry, very sorry. I've not seen your son today.
Oh, well, I hope he didn't go up that beanstalk again. Oh, quit while you're ahead, I always say. Jack! Jack!
Moo. Moo. Moo.
Moo! Looking for your cow?
Where did you find her? Hello? Hello?
What are you doing?
I'm here to make amends.
I warned you to stay out of this, old man.
I'm here to see that you get your wish.
You have caused enough trouble. You keep out of my path.
No, let's see. If that was the mossy knoll, then this must be the tower! Oh, I certainly hope there are no witches to be encountered here. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me.
Is that you, my prince?
Yes. Oh, my, yes. Oh, excuse me for this. Oh! Yes! Well, my goodness, you do take plenty of spills, don't you?
Oh, it's these slippers. They're not suited for these surroundings. Actually, they're not much suited for dancing either.
Oh, I'd say these slippers were as pure as gold.
Oh, yes. They're all you could wish for in beauty.
Oh, what I wouldn't give for just one.
Well, one is not likely to do you much good.
Oh. Now, Was the ball just as wonderful as last evening?
Oh, it's still a nice ball.
Yes, and?
And they have far too much food.
No, the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
If he knew who I really was.
Oh, who?
I'm afraid I was rude.
Oh, how?
Now I'm being pursued.
Yes.
And I'm not in the mood.
Oh, he must have taken a liking to you.
Oh, yes. But I have no experience with princes, castles, gowns, and things.
Oh, nonsense. Every girl dreams of just one of those things.
Sir, look there!
Oh, I must go.
No, you mustn't. I need your shoe.
Oh, no,
Oh, please, I needed to have a child. Oh, give me your shoe.
Where did she go?
Who?
Don't play the fool, woman.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry. You mean the beautiful, the maiden. The young maiden in the ball gown.
Yes.
Oh, she went in that direction. I was just trying to hold her for you.
I can capture my own damsel, thank you.
Oh, where did he go?
Who?
Why, the prince, of course.
That direction, you'll never reach him.
Ah, well, we would have if that mongrel with the cow hadn't molested us.
Oh, wait, please. Please let me just compare the color of this corn to that of your hair. Please. Oh. I thought you were returning home. I've had no luck.
You've the cow.
Yes, I've the cow. I have only 2 of the 4.
3.
2.
3. Compare this to your corn.
Where did you find it?
Oh, I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
3.
Yes, and I almost had the 4th, but she got away.
We have an entire day left. Surely we can find the slipper by then.
We? You mean you'll allow me to stay?
Perhaps it'll take the 2 of us to get this child.
You've changed. You're daring. You're different in the woods. More sure, more sharing. You're getting us through the woods. If you could see, you're not the man who started, and much more open-hearted than I knew you to be.
It takes 2. I thought 1 was enough. It's not true. It takes 2 of us. You came through. When the journey was rough, it took you. It took 2 of us. It takes care. It takes patience and fear and despair to change. Though you swear to change, who could tell if you do? It takes 2.
You've changed. You're thriving. There's something about the woods. Not just surviving. You're blossoming in the woods. At home, I'd fear we'd stay the same forever. And then out here, you're passionate, charming, considerate, clever.
It takes 1 to begin, but then once you've begun, it takes 2 of you. It's no fun. But what needs to be done, you can do. When there's 2 of you, if I dare, it's because I'm becoming aware of us. As a pair of us, each accepting a share of what's there. We've changed, we're strangers. I'm meeting you in the woods. Who minds what dangers? I know I can pass the odds. And once we're past, let's hope that changes last. Beyond woods, beyond witches and slippers and hoods, just the 2 of us beyond lies, safe at home with our beautiful prize. Just a few of us. It takes trust. It takes just a bit more and we're done. We want 4, we have none. We got 3, we need 1. It takes 2.
Oh, stop that hen, please!
Oh, stop the hen! Oh, Providence, my milky white, and the owners and my hen!
Oh, look what this hen just dropped in my hands.
A golden egg.
Yes.
Oh, I've never seen a golden egg.
Yes, you see, I promised you more than the 5 gold pieces I gave you, sir.
5 gold pieces?
Now I'm taking my cow.
5 gold pieces?
I never said I would sell.
You took the 5 gold pieces.
You took 5 gold pieces?
No, I didn't take. You gave.
Where are the 5 gold pieces?
There was this mysterious old man.
You said I could have my milky white back if I got you more gold.
I said you might.
Oh, Milky White is dead.
2.
Midnight's gone. Wanting a ball is not wanting a prince.
Near may be better than far, but it still isn't there.
But it still isn't there.
So near.
You can never love somebody
So far.
else's child.
2 midnights
The one
gone.
you love, you're
So
own.
near.
2 midnights gone.
The prince.
So far.
The greatest prize can often lie at the end of the thorniest path.
2 midnights gone.
2 midnights gone.
2 midnights gone, and the exhausted baker and his wife had buried the dead Milky White.
Go. You must go to the village in search of another cow.
What do you propose I use to purchase this cow?
Here, tell them it's magic.
No person with a brain larger than this is going to exchange a cow for a bean.
Then steal it.
Oh, steal it. Just 2 days ago, you were accusing me of exercising deceit in securing the cow.
Then don't steal it and resign yourself to a
Alright,
childless...
I feel it best that you go for the cow, as I've met a maiden with a golden slipper these past previous eves, and I think I might succeed in winning one of her shoes.
Fine.
Fine.
Fine, that is simply fine.
Just fine.
What did I clearly say? Children must listen.
No, please.
What were you not to do? Children must see and learn.
No.
Why could you not obey? Children should listen. What have I been to you? What would you have me be? Handsome like a prince. Ah, but I am old. I am ugly. I embarrass you.
No.
You are ashamed of me.
No.
You are ashamed. You don't understand.
It was lonely atop that tower.
I was not company enough.
I am no longer a child. I wish to see the world.
Don't you know what's out there in the world? Someone has to shield you from the world. Stay with me. Princes wait there in the world, it's true. Princes, yes, but wolves and humans too. Stay at home. I am home. Who out there could love you more than I? What out there that I could not supply? Stay with me. Stay with me. The world is dark and wild. Stay a child while you can be a child. With I gave you protection, and yet
You disobeyed me.
No, no, no!
Why? Why didn't you tell me you had a visitor? I will not share you! I will show you a world you've never seen!
No!
When is a white cow not a white cow?
I don't know. Leave me alone.
Haven't I left you alone long enough?
Your questions make no sense, old man. Go away.
In need of another cow?
What a beautiful cape!
Ah! Stay away from my cape, or I'll slice you into 1,000 bits!
I don't want it. I was just admiring it.
My granny made it from a wolf that attacked us, and I got to skin the animal, and best of all, she gave me this beautiful knife for protection.
Well, look what I have. A hen that lays golden eggs.
I don't believe that egg came from that hen. Where did you get that egg?
I stole this from the kingdom of the giant, up there. And if you think this is something, you should see the golden harp that the giant has. It plays the most beautiful tunes without your even having to touch it.
Of course it does. Why don't you go up to the kingdom right now and bring it back and show me?
I could.
You could not.
I could.
You could not, Mr. Liar.
I am not a liar. I'll get that harp. You'll see.
Now, having cast out Rapunzel to a remote desert, the witch returned to take the prince by surprise. And as he leapt from the tower, the thorns from which he fell pierced his eyes and blinded him. As for Cinderella, she returned from her final visit from the festival.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares, knowing this time I'd run from him. He spread pitch on the stairs. I was caught unawares, and I thought, well, he cares. This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? You think, make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? You think, well, it's a thought, what would be his response? But then what if he knew who you were when you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? And then what if you are what a prince would envision? Although how can you know who you are till you know what you want, what you don't? So then which do you pick? Well, you're safe out of sight and yourself, but where everything's wrong, or where everything's right and you know that you'll never belong. And whichever you pick, do it quick, cause you're starting to stick to the steps of the palace. It's your first big decision. The choice isn't easy to make. To arrive at a ball is exciting and all. Once you're there, though, it's scary. And it's fun to deceive when you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake, but you stall long enough, cause you're still standing stuck on the stop, on the steps. Better run along home and avoid the collision. Even though they don't care, you'll be better off there where there's nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you pry up your shoes, and from out of the blue, and without any guide, you know what your decision is, which is not to decide. You'll just leave him a clue. For example, a shoe, and then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who's stuck with a shoe in a stew, in the goo. And you've learned something too, something you never knew, on the steps of the palace.
Oh,
No. Don't come any closer to me.
oh, wait, please, just hear me out.
We have nothing to discuss. You have attacked me once before.
I did not attack you. I attacked your shoe. I need it. Here's a magic bean in exchange for it.
Magic bean?
Mm-hmm, yes.
Oh, nonsense.
Oh, don't do that.
I have already given up one shoe this evening. My feet cannot bear to give up another.
No, oh no, please, please, I need that shoe to have a child.
Well, that makes no sense.
Well, does it make sense that you're running from a prince?
Stop!
Oh! No, miss. Here, take my shoes. You'll run faster.
Who was that woman?
I do not know, sir.
Lying will cost you your life!
I swear I've done nothing.
I've the cow!
Here's the slipper. We've all four.
I will take this to the prince, and tomorrow we will search the kingdom for the maiden who will fit this shoe.
Listen, please, I need that.
Give her the slipper, and all will come to a happy end.
What was that noise?
That was just a bolt of lightning in a far-off kingdom.
How dare you go off and search without me?
My apologies, sir. I thought I might...
Enough of what you thought. I employed a ruse and had the entire staircase smeared with pitch, and there, when she ran down, remained the maiden's slipper.
Brilliant!
I thought so, though it did create quite a mess when the other guests left.
And I have succeeded in obtaining the other slipper.
Oh, give them the slipper and all will come to a happy end.
Who are you, old man?
When first I appear, I seemed electric.
Shut up!
Do as he says. He's obviously a spirit of some sort, and besides, we only need one.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I heard Jack coming down the beanstalk, calling for his axe, and when he reached the bottom, he took it and began hacking down the stalk, and suddenly, with a crash, the beanstalk fell, but there was no Jack, and for all I know, he's been crushed by the ogre. Oh, God. Oh, Jack.
Worrying will do you no good. If he's safe, then he's safe. If he's been crushed, well, then there's nothing any of us can do about that, now is there? We must be off. I need my rest before tomorrow's search is to commence.
Oh, doesn't anyone care? A giant has fallen from the sky!
The third midnight is near. I see a cow. I see a slipper.
The cape is red as blood.
Hair is yellow as corn.
You've all the objects?
Yes.
That cow doesn't look as white as milk to me.
Yes, she is.
That cow's been covered in flour.
No. We had a cow as white as milk. We did, but...
Well, then where is she?
She's dead.
We thought you'd prefer a live one.
Of course I prefer a live one. So bring me the dead one, and I'll bring it back to life.
You can do that?
No.
Oh, there you are. Oh, I've been worried sick.
Mother, look, the most beautiful harp.
Oh, Jack, you've stolen too much. Oh, you could have been killed coming down from that plant.
She's too heavy.
What's happening, Mother? Milky White! Now I have two friends, a cow and a harp!
Quiet! Feed the objects to the cow.
What?
You heard me. Feed them to the cow. Fill this.
I'll do it. She'll only milk for me.
Quickly.
Please, hurry.
Squeeze, pal.
Wrong ingredients. Forget about a child.
No, you wait. We followed your instructions. That cow was as white as milk.
Yes.
That cape was as red as blood.
Yes.
That slipper was as pure as gold.
And I compared the hair to this ear of corn.
I pulled that hair from a maiden in a tower.
You what? What were you doing there?
Nothing, I swear. I was just passing by.
I touched that hair. Don't you understand? I cannot touch the ingredients.
Corn! The corn! The corn touched the hair! Pull the hair from the corn and feed it to the cow! Quickly!
Quickly! Do it! Hurry!
This had better work, old man, before the last stroke of midnight, or your son will be the last of your flesh and blood.
Son?
Please, not now!
Yes! Meet your father!
Father? Could that be you? I thought you died in a
mean to run
baking
away from your
accident.
son, but I...
She's milking!
I don't understand.
No! Not now!
Wait, Father! She's milking! It's working! We did it! We did it! Father!
Son! All is repaired!
Father! Father! He's dead.
And so the mysterious man died, having helped end the curse on his house. For the baker there would be no reunion with his father, and he and his wife, bewildered, returned home. The witch, who had been punished with age and ugliness that night when her beans had been stolen, and the lightning flashed, the thunder crashed, etc., was now returned to her former state of youth and beauty. And Milky White, after a night of severe indigestion, was reunited with the now wealthy Jack. As for the prince, he began his search for the foot to fit the golden slipper. When he came to Cinderella's house, Cinderella's stepmother took the slipper into Florinda's room.
Careful, my toe.
Darling, I know.
What'll we do?
It'll have to go, but when you're his bride, you can sit or ride. You'll never need to walk.
The girl obeyed, swallowed her pain, joining the prince on his horse, riding off to become his bride.
Look at the blood within the shoe. This one is not the bride that's true. Search for the foot that fits.
The prince returned the false bride and asked the other sister to put on the shoe.
Why won't it fit?
Darling, still cut off a bit of the heel and it will. And when you're his wife, you'll have such a life, you'll never need to walk.
The girl obeyed and swallowed her pain. But as she was helped on the back of the horse by the prince, he noticed blood trickling from the shoes.
Have you no other daughters?
To which the woman replied,
No, only a stunted kitchen wench, which his late wife left behind. But she is much too dirty, she cannot show herself.
I insist.
And when Cinderella presented herself and tried on the blood-soaked slipper, it fit like a glove.
This is the true bride. I always wanted a son.
And much to the dismay of the stepmother and her daughters, he took Cinderella on his horse and rode off.
No blood at all within the shoe. This is the proper bride for you, fit to attend a prince.
And finally, as for Rapunzel, she bore twins and lived impoverished in the desert. until the day her prince, wandering aimlessly, heard a voice familiar that he went towards. And when he approached, Rapunzel, overjoyed at seeing him, fell into his arms, weeping. 2 of her tears wetted his eyes and restored his vision.
I was going to come and fetch you as soon as you learned your lesson.
Who are you?
Surely you remember.
Mother?
This is who I truly am. Come with me, child. We can be happy as we once were.
She will not go with you.
Let her speak for herself. You are the only family I know. Come with me. You and those beautiful babies. Please. You give me no choice. Ugh. Ugh.
As is often the way in these tales, in exchange for her youth and beauty, the witch lost her powers. When the wedding with the prince was celebrated, Lucinda and Florinda attended, hoping to win favor with Cinderella and share in her good fortune. But as the sisters stood by the blessed couple, pigeons swooped down upon them and poked out their eyes and punished them with blindness.
I see your prince has found you.
Yes.
Thank you for the slipper.
I didn't think I'd wed a prince.
I didn't think I'd ever find you.
I didn't think I could be so happy.
And it came to pass, all that seemed wrong was now right, and those who deserved to were certain to live a long and happy life. Ever after.
Ever after.
Journey over, all is mended, and is not just for today, but tomorrow and extended. Ever after.
Ever after.
All the curses have been ended, the reverse is wiped away. All is tenderness and laughter for forever after.
Happy now and happy hence and happy ever after.
There were dangers and confusion, and the paths would often swerve. There were constant disillusions, but they never lost their nerve.
And we reached the right conclusions,
and we got what we deserved.
Not a sighing, not a sorrow, tenderness and laughter, joy today and bliss tomorrow and forever after.
I was greedy.
I was vain.
I was haughty.
I was smug.
We were happy.
It was fun.
But we were blind. Then we went into the woods to get our wish, and now we're really blind.
I was perfect. I had everything but beauty. I had power and a daughter like a flower in a tower. Then I went into the woods to get my wish, and now I'm ordinary.
We're unworthy. We're unhappy now and happy hence as well as ever after. Had we used our common sense, been worthy of our discontent,
to be happy and forever, you must see your wish come true.
Don't be careful, don't be clever, when you see your wish pursue. It's a dangerous endeavor, but the only thing to do.
Though it's fearful, though it's deep, though it's dark, and though you may lose your path, though you may encounter fools. Though it's deep, you mustn't stop, you mustn't swerve, you mustn't backward. Though it's deep, though it's hard to lose, so you have your wish, you want your wish, you have your wish, but you can't just wish not to get your wish. You go into the woods where nothing's clear, where witches, ghosts, and wolves appear. Into the woods and through the fear, you have to take the journey. Into the woods and down the dell, in vain perhaps, but who can tell?
Into the woods to lift the spell.
Into the woods to lose the longing.
Into the woods to have the child.
To wed the prince.
To get the money.
To save the house.
To kill the wolf.
To find the father.
To conquer the kingdom.
To have, to wed, to get, to save, to kill, to keep, to go to the festival. Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods below.
To be continued!